Hey guys, welcome back to another video. For today's video, I'm going to be doing another did they stay or did they go video where I update you guys on a previous perfume haul on my channel. So I do perfume hauls on this channel all the time, but I don't just like to show you guys a haul. I like to update you guys, especially when it comes to fragrances. You might smell a fragrance the first time that you get it, and a week later, a few months later, even a year later, you could end up loving it more. You could end up absolutely hating it. And I just like to keep you guys updated on where these fragrances are. Are they still in my collection? Did I declutter them? Did I gift them? So that is what this video is going to be about. So with that said, let's jump right into this perfume haul update. Alright guys, so before we begin with this update, I am going to be putting the original haul somewhere up on the screen. I'm going to be linking it in the description box if you would like to see my initial reactions to those fragrances, what I thought about them when I first got them. You can go ahead and see that haul first. But today's haul, we have 6 fragrances that I picked up in the video, and I literally only have one of them. So we're going to jump right into it. So the first one in that haul is So Scandal. So that fragrance I thought was so pretty when I got it. I felt in love with it. I still think it's a very beautiful fragrance. I think anything from Jean-Paul Gaultier, I can never say that name. Jean-Paul Gaultier's line, I feel like everything is such good quality. They're amazing performers. They're usually like beast mode fragrances, but I feel like the longer you have them, they get so potent and strong to the point where sometimes it's a little too much for me. So I tend to go more for those fragrances that just make a very beautiful scent bubble around you. When it comes to So Scandal, it did that. It created a very nice scent bubble. It's a very beautiful fragrance, very, very nice quality. It was milky, it was smooth, raspberry. So it reminded me a lot of Giorgio Armani's My Way. So if you are someone who loves My Way, you might love So Scandal. If you want a more like tonic, sweet, smooth, rounded out version of My Way, So Scandal is that. So I am going to be putting the main accords on the screen for you so you can see what type of fragrance it is. And then the notes, you have raspberry, tuberose, orange blossom, jasmine sambac, and milk. And I will say the fragrance is a very pretty fragrance. It's very feminine. It's perfect to go out in, even to wear it at home if you wanted to, because it's just a very beautiful, pretty, feminine scent. I just felt like that one was just not, even though it was pretty, even though I loved the way it smelled, I feel like I loved it more when I first got it. It did more for me than what it did recently. Like I remember before really truly making up my mind and decluttering it, I wore it for a walk. Sometimes I like to put perfumes to go on a walk, especially on like a cold, crisp fall day where the weather just really helps me to smell the fragrance out and all of that. And I just felt like when I was wearing that one, I was just thinking, this is pretty, but it doesn't feel like me. It doesn't feel like a fragrance that I get super excited to wear it, to pick it up and enjoy it. It's just one that I had there, but I never reached for it. So it's not a fragrance that I would say is necessarily bad. I feel like there's more good things about it than bad. It's very long lasting. It's a good performer. It smells amazing, feminine. If you love raspberry, like tonic fragrances, I would definitely recommend that for you. I don't remember if maybe it was the tuberose and the jasmine that started coming through a little bit more for me, but I decided to let go of that one. So that one is no longer in my collection. Next up, we have Dior's Pure Poison. That fragrance, I remember loving it. I still think it's beautiful. I don't have it in my collection anymore. I decluttered it because I did have MFK 724 and they were very, very similar to me, and I ended up getting rid of 724 as well. But Pure Poison, I feel like it's one that maybe in the future I would get it again, but for right now I don't really have like the desire to have it. But I did enjoy this fragrance because it is one of the only clean fragrances that worked on me. So it does have jasmine in it, there's gardenia, there's orange blossom, there's a lot of citrus notes in there, and then you have musky, woody notes in the dry down. So it is a very, to me, clean laundry type of scent. But if you're the type of person like me who does not like clean laundry, fragrances and you don't want to smell like that, this one is the best one that I think I've ever owned, along with 724. Those two are beautiful, clean fragrances that you can wear on an everyday basis. Now, I feel like Pure Poison had like this warmth to it as well, which made it really enjoyable and just not so in your face clean laundry type of scent. So when you first smell it, yes, the first thing you're going to notice is those qualities of it smelling clean, laundry like, but the dry down would get sweet. There was like a sweetness to it, a warmth. It smelled beautiful on the skin. I remember I was decluttering around the time that I was gonna move, so that one probably got decluttered because of that. And I remember decluttering it because 724 and Pure Poison kind of reminded me a lot of each other, and I felt like I didn't need both of them. But I definitely recommend it, especially for those of you who like clean scents. That is a must have for sure. You guys, I got the Christmas tumbler. My husband got it for me, so I'm so excited with it. I feel like everything they've been coming out with recently has been so cute. I'm also loving the red one that they came out with, and like the rose gold and silver ones. They really have really pretty ones this year. So moving on, this next one I do have in my collection, and this one has a pretty good dent on it. This is Mugler's Alien Goddess. Very nice fragrance. I remember I was debating if I wanted to get this one or not. I kept going back and forth, and I went to these stores that are inside the military base. They usually have like fragrances at a discount. You don't pay taxes. So I remember getting this one much cheaper than getting it like at Sephora or a department store. So I just went home with it, took it with me, and it ended up being a fragrance that I really enjoy. So it is about, it's like up to here, but this is just like a vanilla coconut creamy scent. This is really smooth. I haven't worn it in a long time, so it's smooth, it's vanilla. The coconut water is beautiful in here. There's heliotrope. The jasmine is not too loud. It's just the perfect creamy vanilla and coconut scent. And it does not remind me of like sunscreen or suntan lotion or anything like that. To me, this is a little powdery, smooth vanilla and coconut scent. It's very simple to me, but it's such a good one. It's one great to layer with like a vanilla lotion or any lotion that smells warm and creamy. I feel like this actually can work year round. Like when I wear it in summer, it does make me think of like the beach and the sun and a little bit of the sand as well. But right now for fall and winter, it just smells like a very cozy, creamy vanilla and coconut scent, because the coconut is not too obvious to me. Like you can pick up on the coconut definitely, but the vanilla to me is what's kind of like the strongest note in this fragrance. So you can definitely wear it whenever. It smells so good. It's comforting. It lasts on me. I can smell it on myself, and I love this one. I actually prefer this one over the Intense, over the latest flanker that came out. I feel like this is the best one. Now, this is so far away from the Alien DNA. So if you are scared about trying this one because you think it's going to be similar to Alien, it's not. It's so different. Many people were mad about that, and I can see why, but it's just like it could have been a fragrance on its own. In my opinion, it doesn't really smell like a flanker to me. The Intense definitely did smell like an Alien flanker because there was a little bit more of Alien to it, but this one is like a smooth, creamy coconut vanilla scent. So the next fragrance is by Giorgio Armani, and that is SE Intense 2021. I fell in love with the bottle of it. It's like this ambery brown color, so beautiful. A lot of people were saying that it was just the best one that has came out, and it has blackcurrant syrup, it has Turkish rose, Davana, benzoin, and patchouli, and I couldn't really rock with that one. It's just not me. The patchouli was very noticeable. Benzoin I can struggle with so much because benzoin can get very thick and just kind of makes my stomach turn. So it's never really been a favorite note of mine unless it's done thinner, not as thick and strong. And blackcurrant is another note that I struggle with as well. There's rose, Davana, I struggle with that. It was just very, to me, scratchy, sharp, and just not what I thought it was going to be. So instead, of having that version. I very much prefer this one, which I think is like from 2014. This is the ZV-E Intense in the black bottle, and I do have it on my tray this month. I have not gave it a full wear because I feel like this fragrance is just more for like going out. I haven't really gone anywhere where I can actually wear it, but tomorrow we're going to be going out, so I might pull this one out and wear it just to see how I feel about it, because this one, I don't know, I'm trying to keep it because here's the thing. When C first came out, when it was first released, I feel like it smelled totally different. Maybe I'm just remembering things the wrong way, but to me, it just smelled so different. It smelled so beautiful in the winter weather. I felt like it was a gorgeous, stunning fragrance. It was so feminine, a little powerful, a little provocative and sexy. And in this one, I don't know if it's giving me like the same vibes. This is what is considered to be like the closest to the original C back then. So that's why I've been keeping it around. I'm not sure if it's going to stay in my collection, but this has blackcurrant, cassis, freesia, mandarin orange, and bergamot. Middle notes are May rose, osmanthus, neroli, artemisia, and the base notes are vanilla, patchouli, woodsy notes, and ambroxan. So this one did work better for me than the one that I got rid of, which was the 2021 version. But those notes in here, the cassis and the blackcurrant, I don't know, I feel like this one's just not for me. I need to give it like a wear. I'm gonna spray it on my hand just to have it on me. I don't know. It does smell a little better on my skin. It's just very strong. To me, this is like a very strong personality, strong presence. It's sexy. I would classify this kind of like if you like YSL Libre type of perfumes. This would be something that you would be into as well because it just gives off that sexy feminine energy. But blackcurrant always to me kind of smells like cat pee. Yeah, I don't know, you guys. I feel like C is just a tricky line for me. And ever since I fell in love with C Fiori, it's like the top flanker for me. Nothing beats that one. It's creamy, it's beautiful, it's feminine in a more soft and subtle way and flirty. I don't know about this. I don't know. This might be leaving my collection just like how the C Intense from 2021 did. I don't know. That one I just keep going back and forth with. Okay, next up we have Lancome Hypnos. That one I actually fell in love with when I tried it out at the store that I got it from. I put it on and it just gave me like a sexy vanilla type of scent. It's not gourmand to me. Passion fruit or passion flower never tends to work on me. So that's the opening note of that fragrance. Then you have jasmine and gardenia, vanilla and vetiver. So I should have known because those notes are just notes that I struggle with. I don't enjoy gardenia. I do have some fragrances with gardenia that smell amazing, but the gardenia is not super strong. Lancome Hypnos, it's not bad. It's just that it didn't work out for me. It did sometimes feel a little sharp, a little screechy. I'm thinking maybe that one would have worked much better in colder weather. So maybe if I had it now and I tried it now, maybe I would change my mind about it. I do remember it was decent performance. It lasted a good amount of time and I did smell it on myself, but it just wasn't doing it for me and it just wasn't really my type of fragrance. So that one's another one that I got rid of, and it also smelled a little bit like dated. It kind of smelled like something that you would wear. Maybe this was released in the 90s. I'm not sure when this was released. Let me see if Fragrantica lets me know. Oh, it was released in 2005. Yeah, it does have like that early 2000s feel to it. Hypnos by Lancome is not really for me. I know a lot of you guys lately have asked me if I've tried that one. I did, and I didn't really enjoy it too much. And then the last one is by Mugler, another Mugler fragrance, and this one is Angel Muse Eau de Toilette. So I got this one thinking that it might work better in Puerto Rico because I told you guys that I really love the EDP version of Muse because of that chocolate in there and that ride that it takes you through, along with that grapefruit in the opening. It is a gorgeous, beautiful fragrance that just, it's very complex. You smell many different things, but the chocolate is beautiful, but it's still sexy and it still smells like a perfume. So I got the EDT because I wanted that one to possibly work better in the heat. And I noticed that I just didn't reach for it and it wasn't my favorite either. I did think that it was very nicely done. This one had passion fruit, lemon, mandarin orange. Then there was the hazelnut, cassis, And then the base had chocolate, vetiver, akigara wood, and caramel. These types of fragrances, I'm kind of curious to see how they would smell like now that I'm living somewhere that I can experience fragrances a little better. And things have been smelling so different for me. So a lot of these I actually would love to smell again. But it did not work for me in hot, humid weather either because it was still pretty strong. And I noticed I just wasn't reaching for it either. But if I had to choose between the EDP and the EDT version, I love the EDP. It's just, there's something about it that's super duper beautiful. They last a long time. They perform amazing. I still recommend it for those of you who maybe like woody fragrances with a hint of chocolate in there and that fruitiness from the passion fruit. So all of those fragrances have left my collection except for Alien Goddess. She's still here with me, going strong. I love her. This is such a good one. And that is going to be it for this Did They Stay or Did They Go video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Comment down below what you think about the fragrances that I talked about today. Do you have them or have you had them in the past? And did they work for you or did they not work for you? I cannot wait to read your comments. Give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and I will see you guys in the next one.